Check out ProBoxingSupplies.com, PowerPerformanceProducts.com, and you're watching MMAinterviews.tv.
My name is Joe Ellenberger. My next fight is in the Titan Fighting Championships against Jesse Xzibit on March 2nd.
Joe's unique and inspiring story is not a typical one for an MMA fighter. He was diagnosed with a rare bone marrow disease called paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria in October of 2009.
People look at me and say, oh, you've got this bone marrow disease and, you've got all this stuff working against you and, are you going to be okay? And it's like, I wake up every morning, I'm happy to wake up. I couldn't be better. I'm even a youth wrestling coach, and I always try to show my wrestlers, you think you have it bad, And I kind of explain to them, this is bad, or, and you guys have it good, and give them that perspective because they never had it. I always try to tell people to, the three things: put your faith in God, light a fire in your heart, and just never ever give up. And it'll really change your outlook on life.
Joe was 10-0 when he was diagnosed and told he would never be able to train hard, much less compete again. On top of that, he received a call 2 months later from UFC matchmaker Joe Silva and was offered to fight at the Ultimate Fighter 10 finale, an opportunity he was of course forced to decline.
I think the hardest part was initially just, I guess, swallowing the fact that what I have. Because at the beginning, to me it was like, okay, the doctor said I got something, give me some pills, I'll take them, in 2 weeks I'm back to normal, And then once I kind of had to realize that, hey, this is real serious, I had to take 2 years off of even not only training and competing, but doing anything that involved contact sport. And that was a real blow to obviously my brother and I, because we're scrapping every day, every hour, every minute. He had a few fights, during it, and I was able to stay by his side and tell him, and really just give him that perspective from my side too. Hey man, look at me, I'm fine. I'm not going to die in 2 years. I'm not going to wither away. I'm not going to quit. Why would I tell you to take some time off or don't take this fight? You're the best welterweight in the world. I told him that 3 years ago.
Jake and Joe Ellenberger have a very strong bond as brothers.
He's been a huge inspiration, in my life. The way he deals with things and the way, his faith is so strong, and, it's just inspiring, man. He inspires everybody around him. When I fight, it's not just for me, I'm fighting for us, our family.
After learning his options, Joe began a treatment called Solaris, and it proved extremely successful.
We, obviously had a breakthrough in last May when they said, you could probably fight again. And that was one of the best things I ever heard. And I thought, you know what, not only am I going to fight, not only am I going to win, but I'm going to take this to the highest level I can. My aspirations in this sport are, to get in the UFC, but also to be a world champ. And, I guess be the best Joe Ellenberger I can be.
In his comeback fight, Joe earned a first-round submission victory via Kimura. He followed that up with only his second win via decision. He did suffer a decision loss in his most recent fight to Justin Sales, who since won his UFC debut. He is ready to get back out there March 2nd and prove he can compete with the best in the world. His wrestling experience is a big reason why he's able to do just that.
I started wrestling in 7th grade, and so got kind of a late start than most in the Midwest. Wasn't good at the beginning, but that's what I love about wrestling is the more time and the more dedication and the more you pour into it, the more you get out of it. I finally won the state championship as a senior. Went on to college and got to wrestle at the Division II level for University of Nebraska at Kearney. Wrestling is, I think, probably one of the best backbones to have in MMA, because not only is it wrestling and you're controlling that transition ground and that gate to the ground or to standing, but you're also mentally, you're ready for a lot of the challenges MMA presents, as well as, you've got your weight cutting down, you've got your dieting down. You've kind of, especially if you wrestle in college, you really know what it's like to sacrifice 6 months of your life to really try to achieve a goal.
Like his brother Jake, Joe has developed a passion for Muay Thai and has been spending rigorous hours training at Rafael Cordero's King's MMA.
Coming out to King's is awesome because you got so many lethal strikers. It's always funny on the way here when Jake and I are driving here before sparring day. We're always kind of laughing and we're like, when I walk into King's, I'm a little bit nervous. Like, you're going to spar with some of the best guys in the world, in there. I mean, it's not like I'm allowed to take anybody down half the time. You know, you're in their world, you're doing what they do. And the Brazilians, they really have that sense of pride and a sense of ownership with their gym and with where they, you know, where they live, and this is their house. And I've been so fortunate that Master Rafael has really welcomed my brother and me into his gym and really brought us in as family. My next fight will be on HDNet for Titan Fighting Championships. So March 2nd, tune in.
Godspeed and party on.